less than a week ago at this point, and we just went through the gauntlet of ZvZ in Korea, and it was beautiful. We casted, what was it? It was Shin versus Rogue, then Shin versus Solar, and then Shin versus Dark. 3 ZvZs in a row, and that ended, those three best of threes ended in like half an hour. Just the intensity and the chaos and the aggression that we had there was insane. We'll see if we can replicate that here. As spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Oceanborn, we have the red Zerg player. The red Zerg, it is Wayne. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have his opponent, we have the blue Zerg player himself. At times he's old, but here he is young. It is YoungYakov. And if you're in the chat, predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Once again, we saw in the most recent, or in the most recent series, in that best of 7, Yakov did take it in the end. But historically, Wayne is the favorite player, so this could go either way. Best of luck in the chat with those predictions. I don't envy you. I do not envy you. Best of luck. And so far, hatch first. So far, we are settling in. It is going to be hatch first from both players. Mirrored builds for the time being. Hatch gas pool. See if they do divert at any moment, at any time. Here we go. And again, when it comes to ZvZ, our main kind of indicators of aggression is going to be a varying build, you know, like faster gas, earlier pool, or even a gasless build here in the early game. Likewise, to see if either player does skip their Bailey Nest, go into a faster Roach Warren, go into a faster Evo Chamber, delays the third at any moment. Keep an eye on both Wayne and Yakov. For now, though, we're settling in. It's catching up in the chat. I always thought art was Polish. There's two arts. There's a Polish art, and then there's the not Polish art. You can tell because they spell their names. Oh, they didn't spell them differently, but they have different capitalization. There's art with full capital, and then there's art who has lowercase r. And then there's the other art, which is lowercase r, lowercase a, but capital T. There's oh no. And then there's capital A, capital R, and then lowercase t. Look. It is a bit of a meme. They have memed before. Smooch. It's fine. It's like hero. There's hero, but then there's other hero. Oh my god, meanwhile, two-base layer. It is going to be two-base Roach here from Wayne. Is walling off. So we have a standard build out of YoungYakov. He's going hatch gas pool into a third. But as I say, standard build, that is a fast Evo Chamber. Okay, so both players are going for quirky builds. It looks normal at a YoungYakov, but with a fast Evo Chamber, this should be for a +1 carapace. Should be for a Link Flood. I mean, I say carapace. Can be plus on melee. I'm leaning towards melee or carapace for a Link Flood, but Wayne, he fully walls off. There it is. Carapace is on the way. Wayne, he fully walls off, getting plus on range. Roach Warren, he's skipping bailing, skipping the third base, and walling up. Now, what's important here is that YoungYakov needs to confirm. He needs to confirm whether or not this is 2-base Roach or something different like 2-base Muta. This could be a fake out and we could be seeing a Spire into extra gases into Muta play, but we have full vision. We see no fourth gas. No fourth gas, guys, so this should be Roach play from Wayne. There it is, Roach speed is on the way. So Wayne is skipping Lingbane, getting into Roaches. Meanwhile, YoungYakov has a third, has a greater economy, and with plus on Carapace should also be embracing Roach play as well. Now, plus on Carapace, this usually leads into a Ling Ravager all-in. This is a build that Solar popularized a couple of years ago. It is kind of like the Solar build in ZvZ. The reason for this is Carapace does help, of course, support both your Lings, your Roaches, and your Ravagers. It's an upgrade that applies to all your units. And that is why we have a Link Flood moving out, initially. Lings are moving out to try to punish and force a cancel at the third, and we should be following this up with Roach play. With Roach Ravager play, even. As Lings have arrived, they should force a cancel. Roaches for Wayne are building up. And if this base is cancelled, this may just force Wayne into an all-in, but alas, the base is going to be saved. YoungYakov, he did not have enough Lings. My apologies, I thought there were more. Wait, there are. I was a little bit confused. I was like, where are the rest of the Lings? They're avoiding the Overlords. Interesting. So Yakov, he's basically luring the Zerg player out. He doesn't kill the third because he doesn't want the third. He wants to kill. As Mass Ling has been avoiding every single Overlord, Roaches are amassing, as we mentioned, morphing into Ravager. So again, Ling Ravager here from Yakov. Roaches are moving out. Wayne going for a counterattack. The wall's not a wall. The wall is wide open. Lings, they flood into the natural. They can flood into the main as well. The boys are being pulled. Roaches, they race back home. Yeah, Wayne, he's out of position. Completely out of position. But Lings, they haven't gotten too many workers yet. They're going for the expansion. There we go. Now they flood into the main as well. Base is under fire. Ravagers are moving out. Oof. And this is becoming critical damage. That's a kill. Oh my god. That's a kill in the natural. The natural goes down. Lings, they keep going. Now, the one concern that I have is that YoungYakov, he's forcing the all-in. He's forcing an all-in out of his opponent. He has to get the hell out of here. Yakov, he pulls back, and all he has to do is survive, is defend. All he has to do is defend. Ravagers are morphing in. Wayne is down to 39 drones, down to 2 bases. Building up more Roaches, +1 range is done, +2 range is on the way for Wayne. Yakov, he does get into the mineral line. He wants to surround. And this is the power of this build. He surrounds the army. The piles, they will connect. Massive connections. And YoungYakov, he snowballs out of control. He shuts down the army. There's almost nothing left. Oh my god. A GG gets called. And YoungYakov takes game number 1. Whew. GG. GG, well played. YoungYakov does take the first game here. Again, just a really solid read here, or really good reaction out of YoungYakov. Once he realized that his opponent was playing 2 base, rushing into Carapace, going for the Ling Flood, luring out the army, and going for the Ravager follow-up as well. Very nicely executed by YoungYakov. And Wayne, it felt like he played to YoungYakov's, kind of to like the beat of his own, to beat of YoungYakov's drum even. Did dance with his music. And yeah, just really well played. Really well done. YoungYakov taking a lead here in the series. But that was merely only game 1. We still have game 2, game 3, and even more ahead of us. Let's go. Meanwhile, the sun is rising. We started casting this tournament at 2 a.m. and the sun is rising before my eyes. Let's go. As spawning in the top right-hand corner of Ghost River, we have the red Zerg player. The red Zerg representing himself. 12 pulling. He's going for the 12 pull. He is not making an Overlord. He's popping off. It is Wayne. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have the blue Zerg player leading the series 1-0, going for a hatch first build. It is YoungYakov. Or Silky versus Silky. True. Did have Silky v Silky. Did happen. Did happen here, but here we go. The 12 pool is upon us. Now the question becomes, is this a regular 12 pool into an expand, or is this a 12 pool drone pool? We're on Ghost River. Ghost River has a very short rush distance by ground, so I would not be opposed to a 12 pool drone pool here from Wayne. As he is banking up, Lings are in production. Show us what you got. Okay, the drone moves down to low ground. Looks like Wayne is expanding. Is going to expand. Meanwhile, across the map, Hatch Gas Pool. Standard opener out of YoungYakov. Now, a 12 pool is not an all-in. A 12 pool is designed to get you ahead. Now, the purpose here and the goal is to kill some drones. Is to ideally get around 2 workers, maybe more than that, but 2 drones is what you expect. You force the boys off the mineral line, and then you catch up. You catch up, and then you get ahead economically. That is the goal. And this is going to come down to the drone control of YoungYakov, to his worker micro. He has to make sure he minimizes worker losses. As Lings have arrived, more Lings are on the way. They're chipping away at the natural. This natural should not be killed. YoungYakov does have to save it by pulling the boys. And there we go, the boys are being pulled. And there's a delicate dance here between himself and the Lings. Again, he has to try to bait them out. The hatchery taking a lot of hits. Ooh, one drone almost goes down, but the hatchery has taken too much damage here already. The queens are on the way. The lings are on the way as well. So far, no drone kills. Very nice control. No drones have gone down, but it looks like the hatchery will. The hatchery's so low. Can he get it? The hatchery. The hatchery, a couple more hits and it will go down. Looks like it will just barely. The queen is going to be denied. He saves it. 1 HP. No shot. Is that game? 1 HP hatchery, it survives. He's crazy. YoungYakov. Oh my god. He holds, he saves the hatchery. The queens have arrived. That was a big investment by Wayne. And now here comes the counterattack. Yeah, 1 HP. Here comes the counterattack back at home. Wayne, he has 2 queens. He should be fine. He should be okay. His 2 queens are in position. The lings, they slip in. The 3rd queen has arrived. They're going for the queen itself. The boys are being pulled and Wayne holds. Wayne does hold initially. But you know what Wayne needs? He needs to wall up. He needs to wall off ASAP. Because here comes a ling flood. Yakov, he's banking up lings. Ling speed is on the way. He's going for his own counter roll in. He's sending it, Papi. And without a wall, where are the queens going? The queens are trying to hunt down overlords, but we do need that wall as soon as possible here. And here we go. Lings are moving out. The overlord of Wayne does confirm, I think. See some lings. Not quite. Looking at Wayne's vision. Now he confirms. Now he sees everything that's going on. He needs to wall up. Back at home, Eva Chamber, Roach Warren in a panic. He's trying to wall off as quickly as possible. Oh, the tuber! The tuber stopping him. There we go. We do have a full wall. But the wall has low HP. It's going to go down. Remember, there's no transfuse. The wall will be broken. And YoungYakov is flooding in. The wall's not a wall. He floods in. He gets us around. 1 queen is going to fall. There's no transfuse. Yeah, no transfuse NG lings. They peel off into the mineral line. The queens are under fire. There was 1 transfuse available. And Yakov, he has done it. He has broken the back of Wayne. GG gets called, and YoungYakov takes a 2-0 lead. Whew. GG. Oh my god. GG, well played. YoungYakov, he does take a lead here, does secure himself so far in this finals. And Wayne, that was brutal. That was brutal. 1 HP, 1 more link, 1 more bite, 1 more swipe from those lings would have been enough to kill the hatchery, and then that would have been fine. Then Wayne would have been ahead. There would not have been a ling flood because, I mean, you would have been down a base, down in lava, would have been a very different game state. It would have been a massive advantage for Wayne if he had killed that natural. Alas, GG. GG, well played, barely did not. And now we're going for game 3. We are going for game 3. Whew. Here we go. And things are looking a little bit bleak for Wayne, not gonna lie. It's still best of 7, plenty more games ahead of us, but we need to fight back. We need to put a point on the board to make a series out of this. Let's go. As spawning in the top right-hand corner of Alkione, we have the red Zerg player. He is down 0-2 in this series. The counter 12 pool. Let's go. He's down 2-0. We'll see if he can defend against the 12 pool as the turns have tabled. It is Wayne. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have his opponent going for the 12 pool. He sees what Wayne went for in game 1. He wants to show him how it's done. I'll show you how to 12 pool, Papi. It is YoungYakov. Aye, Papi. Aye, aye. Let's go. So the 12 pool is upon us. Now this could still be a 12 pool drone pool. We'll see how committed this is going to be. Just like the previous game, just to emphasize, damage needs to be done with this. Now, in the last game, we saw that Wayne, he was prioritizing killing the hatchery. The alternative is to prioritize killing drones. If you remember, YoungYakov, he did not lose a single drone in his defense. We'll see if Wayne can replicate that and save his workers, minimize worker losses, and save his natural. As YoungYakov, he is going to be expanding. This is not a 12 pool drone pool, just a more regular 12 pool instead. Oh boy. So the defense of Wayne is going to be put to the test here. Again, just like the previous game, it's going to be all about the worker micro. It's going to be all about pulling back the weakened drones, buying time for your lings, buying time for your own defensive queens to pop out, and saving the expansion. Swain is moving out across the map. He is revealed to the Overlord, of course. Wayne is aware. YoungYakov is spotted. And it's going to be on Wayne to pull the boys. And to defend. Hatchery taking a lot of hits. Boys are being pulled. And we'll see how well he can micro here and dance against the Lings. Yakov going for the drones. Ooh, nice control. Wayne pulls away. Saves the worker. Does save his worker. Brings a couple more drones here to the low ground. Lings have arrived. And Wayne, he should hold. He should be able to hold here. Hasn't lost a drone yet. Very nice control here. Pulls away the weakened drones once again. Does beat out some Lings, though. More Lings have arrived. Oh, Wayne gets surrounded. Uh-oh. Wayne gets surrounded. One drone goes down. Two drones go down. Things are escalating very quickly here. Two drone kills, then he wants the queen. Does want the queen. He's going to get it as well. Gets surrounded. The queen goes down. Wayne is in trouble here. Queen comes in from the high ground. It's been 2 worker kills so far. Gets a third. And YoungYakov gets cleaned up. 4 drone kills. Now what's important, as he bleeds out some extra Lings towards the end. What's important here, as the dust settles, Yakov has a comparable economy. It's 20 drones to 17. Yakov, oh my god, even more than that. So I will say Wayne lost too much. He lost too many workers here. He had a good defense initially, but he lost a lot of workers. He lost his queen. Now he has to counterattack, but back at home, Yakov, he has 3 queens. He's fine. Yakov is fine. He's walling off, and now Yakov plays 2 base roach from here. Oh, there's a lot to get into. So Yakov, he does take a lead, does take an advantage. What's important, though, is that Yakov, he's getting Ling speed. This is not normal. Ling speed is usually skipped. The reason for this is because usually from a 12 pool you transition into 2 base roach. As you can see here, YoungYakov, he's revealing 2 base roach, roach warren, and an Evo chamber. But we know everything. We can see YoungYakov, he's going for an all-in. He's going for a Bane bust. YoungYakov, he's hiding the Lings and going for a Bane bust. Now Wayne, because he sees 2 base roach, he skips his Baneley nest. Wayne is doing the correct thing. You skip your Baneley nest, you go for roaches instead, because your opponent should be playing roach as well, and you don't want to waste gas on a Baneley nest. This means that Wayne, he will have to defend with only Lings against Ling Bane. +1 melee as well, Jesus. So YoungYakov is going for an all-in, and Wayne doesn't know. Wayne, he's taking a third. He's taking a third base, he's going into roaches, he's droning as we speak. This is Wayne's army for Lings. That's all he has. And YoungYakov is about to pull the trigger. He's about to pull the trigger. Look at the vision here of Wayne. He sees nothing yet. Queens are moving out to zone away those overlords to deny vision. And here it comes. Once again, the overlords are being forced back. Lings are amassing. Up! And Wayne, he does spot some of them. There we go, he knows. He spots the Lings. Back at home, he needs a wall. He needs to fully wall off. The third base is forfeit. It's not going to finish. Evo chambers are on the way. Roach production has begun. And here comes the all-in. That Evo chamber is exposed. That Evo chamber is exposed. He's going for it. Oh, actually going for the third for now. He gives up on the wall. Going for the third base. Dragging the army out into the open. Yeah, Wayne should not be out here. He's so vulnerable to getting surrounded. And Yakov, he pulls the trigger. Banelings, they come in from behind. Roaches, they get caught. Banelings, they turn away the Lings. Ooh, massive connections. Lings get caught out. And the wall's not a wall. He floods in. The boys are being pulled. Can Wayne hold on? It's going to be close. It's going to be close. But the Lings, they're falling one after the other. The Queen's fall as well. The Queen gets surrounded. Oh, the bile. Oh my god. Bile doesn't quite connect, but YoungYakov, he's running out of steam. YoungYakov, he's running out of steam. Wayne, if he buys a little bit more time, he's going to be okay. Roach trying to get in position. And YoungYakov, he's taking too long. I think he's taken a little bit too long here. Wayne is holding. Denies the Banelings. Does deny the Banelings. Roaches have arrived. And YoungYakov, he has no economy. He has no economy. He was completely all in. I do think that going for the third was a bit of a mistake. I think he should have tried to commit to breaking the Evo chamber and busting in. It does get us around. Uh-oh. Does get us around. Roaches are falling. YoungYakov, he's still pulling this off. Does take down almost every single roach. Denies the Ravager. There's no roaches left. No shot. No roaches remaining here. The Evo chamber. Up. He needs to get in. Eva Chamber does not finish, or doesn't get thrown down. YoungYakov is still trying to make this work. Going for the third. Surrounding the roaches. Decent positioning. One roach gets surrounded. So we can see Wayne trading as efficiently as possible. Oh no! To get surrounded once again. Wayne is losing too much. No shot. Wayne, he was so close to holding, so close to defending. He's bled out a lot of roaches. And clearly, well, YoungYakov, he's not stopping. He is slowly breaking through. He busts in once again. The +1 melee lings, they wreak havoc here. They take down more roaches. The boys are being pulled. So many drones are going down. And YoungYakov, no shot. He's breaking through, takes down the spine crawler. Gets 12 drones. And YoungYakov takes a worker lead. YoungYakov, now he's up in workers somehow, some way. He persisted. He's got a 10 plus worker advantage. Gets into the main, going for another drone. Up, doesn't quite get it. Whew. And now we can take a moment to breathe. We can take a moment to breathe here. Wayne, he's got 24 drones against the 35 workers of YoungYakov. Extra gases are being taken. YoungYakov, he already has the roach warren. And from here, I was going to say that YoungYakov, he can go into roach production, but no. He's going into mutas. This is risky. Very risky play by YoungYakov. If Wayne goes for a 2-base all-in, he's not, by the way, but if he did go for a 2-base roach all-in, then YoungYakov would just die. He would just die here and now because he would not have much of an army. He's making a handful of roaches. He's showing the roaches to the Overlord. I like this. I do like this. This makes it look like YoungYakov, he's still being aggressive. Oh, the Lings! They get in! Massive moment here. Lings, they bust into the main base. They do not scout the natural. They get into the main. They don't get behind the mineral line. They do not spot the spy. Looking at the vision here, Wayne, he does not know about the mutas. And all he sees is roaches. And again, this is designed to make it look like it's a roach all-in from, or a roach push from YoungYakov, which is forcing Wayne to make roaches and not queens. He's got 2 queens. He's making more roaches. No third base. YoungYakov is expanding. And here come the mutas. And Wayne has been droning. Wayne has been saturating spaces. He's now moving out with an army. He's spotted, and the mutas, they can slow this down. It's going to be mass muta here from YoungYakov. I say that. 8 mutas initially. He's walling up. He does not take the third. I mean, this push has potential for Wayne. Does have potential. Mutas are revealed. So that Wayne, he has to break through. He's going for it. He's going to knock down the Eva Chamber. Is cancelled. Ravager goes down. Lings, they flood in. And Wayne, he gets caught out. Yeah, there's plenty on the ground. GG gets called. YoungYakov, he does it again. Takes game 3. Takes a 3-0 lead. Whew. GG. Off of the back of a successful 12 pool. The 12 pool member killed a queen, killed 4 drones. YoungYakov, he took a worker advantage after the 12 pool, and that followed up into a Ling flood, an unscouted Ling all-in, which initially didn't do damage. Remember, initially it was defended. Like Wayne, he held very nicely against the Ling flood. But then the Lings, they kept coming. They just kept going. Wayne got surrounded multiple times. Lings, they busted into the expansion. They busted into the natural. Somehow, some way, the Ling flood still worked anyway, despite how long it took. And with that, YoungYakov got further ahead, got ahead in the economy, used that economy to go into muta, and there was no answer. There was no answer to the mutas. GG, well played. We are getting into game 4. And I'm hoping for a back and forth. I'm hoping that Wayne can bring it back here, but It's looking rough, Papi. It's looking rough. Oh, no. Part of me would like to sleep as well. You know, it is 6 a.m. in the morning, but I just had some coffee, and now I'm awake. I'll be honest, I was having a hard time casting the first series of this tournament. The first 2 series, but now the coffee has kicked in. I'm wide awake. Give me game 7. Oh, no. Here we go, as we're getting into game number 4, and spawning in the top left-hand corner of side Delta. He's making drones, he's getting an Overlord. It's going to be a standard opener here from our red Zerg player, but the pressure is on. He is down. 1 more loss in this series, and the best of 7 will be over. It is Wayne. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the blue Zerg player, also droning and not 12 pooling. The Blue Zerg leading the series 3-0. 1 more game is all he needs to be our champion. This month's champion, it is YoungYakov. Aye. Hatch first. It's going to be hatch gas pool here from our players. We're loading into side delta. Now, something important about side delta. One, the rush distance by ground is relatively long on side delta compared to some of these other maps. On top of that, we have a ramp. We have a ramp coming into the natural. Because of this ramp, because of the defender's advantage on 2 bases, it is common to see 2 base roach. So just avoid the 3rd base, wall up on 2 bases, and go into roach play instead. That is something that we're going to have to keep an eye out for. Otherwise, we could go into a 3rd and go into Ling Bane. Fun fact, throughout this series, I mean, it's been a very intense best of 7. We have not seen a standard ZvZ yet. We had a 12 pool in game 2, we had a 12 pool in game 3. In game 1, we had a 2 base roach from Wayne, and we had YoungYakov going for a Ling Ravager all-in with +1 carapace. It has not been standard, which is what I appreciate. I love it. This is what I love out of ZvZ. Who wants to see like 3 base versus 3 base, you know, roach v roach in the mid game? Nah, no one wants to see that. Who wants to see just roaches butt heads against each other? Nah. It's all about the chaos. It's all about the nonsense. It's all about the ZvZ, the chaos in ZvZ. That's what we appreciate here, and we might get there again. We'll see. We shall see. Because this map is so defendable on 2 bases, we might see again 2 base play or not. We'll keep an eye out for our players. So far, we are just droning up. Hatch gas pool, Ling speed on the way, pulling out of gas as well. Looks like Ling Bane. It does look like Ling Bane. As Lings are moving out for scouts from both players. 3rd bases are being taken. So far, this looks like the most standard game of the entire series. 3rd base is on time for both players. Bailey Nest thereafter. We are entering the Ling Bane phase of the game. For the first time. for the first time tonight, we have some Ling Bane. Speaking of, there's a Bailey Nest. Bailey Nest for Yakov. And we should be seeing a Bailey Nest for Wayne as well. We should be seeing a Bailey Nest for Wayne. Wayne is making Lings. Wayne is Ling flooding. Okay, never mind. No. Okay, there we go. Bailey Nest is all the way, but Wayne is going to be the aggressor. Wayne is Ling flooding, and YoungYakov has to be very careful here. He needs to be more defensive. We need defensive Bailings as soon as possible here, as Wayne is moving out. Wayne is being the aggressor. As we have Ling flooding across the map, Ling speed does kick in. YoungYakov gets caught out. And Wayne, he's going for the 3rd. His goal here is to deny the 3rd base. YoungYakov. His own Lings have now arrived. Bailings are on the way. He has to try to buy time. Brings the army back. Queens move forward. And he should be fine. Yeah, YoungYakov, he should be able to hold on. This is a rough fight, though. Didn't have to commit. Didn't have to, but with the help of the Queens, with the help of the Bailings, YoungYakov does hold. Whew. He does hold. Behind this, Wayne has been droning quite heavily, actually, droning up to 37. Roach Warren's on the way. And YoungYakov, it's on him to counterattack. So YoungYakov to counterattack. He does apply some pressure here to the 3rd, going for the drone. Does get one. One drone goes down. Bailings are ready. Bailings are in position. And Yakov backs off. Does back off from here. So again, we do have the back and forth of Ling Bane in game 4. Do love to see it. Wayne moves out, threatens the 3rd. YoungYakov, he has to respond. He's in position. Oh, the flanking Bailing! Oh my god. Almost. Gasito. Nice control of Wayne. 1 Ling for a Bailing. Better trade for the Red Zerg. Very nicely done. As he does hit the mineral line once again. 1 drone goes down. Bailey's on the chase. Nice spin here out of Yakov. Trading 2 for 3. Yakov, he does out-trade his opponent with the Ling Bane. Or with the Bailing specifically. Losing 2 Bailings for 3. I mean, I guess he lost 1 earlier, so even trade. Roaches have arrived, and now we are done with Ling Bane. The Ling Bane phase has ended, and now it's all about who drones and who doesn't. Who saturates the 3rd base, and who commits to 2 base all-in. Now we can see here that Wayne is droning somewhat. He's squeezing out a couple of workers. YoungYakov is not. 0, never mind, he is. He's going for some later saturation on the 3rd. And both players need to keep an eye on this. Lings, they flood into the main. They do get into the main base to get eyes on the gases, on any kind of lair timing. I'm a little bit concerned here. No lair for YoungYakov. Lair is on the way for Wayne. Yakov, he forces out the Lings. Is somewhat droning. Tentatively so. As he has made a massive amount of roaches that he's pushing. Is moving out. Now, this is not an all-in. You can see that Yakov is droning behind this, but he's hoping to try to force a reaction out of his opponent. There we go. Roach production out of Wayne. Yakov backs off. Defends the third. Yakov still droning, still catching up. Yakov is behind, though. He's behind when it comes to upgrades. Evo Chamber's still on the way. Behind when it comes to the lair as well. Wayne is looking good. Wayne will have the better roaches, the more upgraded roaches that much faster. Spine Crawler on the way just in case. Wayne, he cancels, realizes that it's not an all-in. Yakov has arrived, but Yakov is just puffing up his chest. He's just posturing. He should not push into this. And he pokes in. The Baileys are coming from behind. Massive connections. 5 drones go down. 6 drones go down. Very nicely done. Again, he had no intention to fight. This was all just a ruse just to distract Wayne and slip in with those Banelings. And just like that, the worker counts are evening up. Very nice moves out of YoungYakov. But Yakov, he's still falling behind here in the upgrades. +1 is almost done for Wayne. Likewise, roach speed as well, which means YoungYakov has to be the defender. He knows that he's behind, so he has to be more defensive instead. He has to build up. And we are entering Roach versus Roach. We are now entering Roach v Roach. Yakov building up. Wayne moving out. Does make sense. He does have the economic advantage. He has +1, and he's pushing. And Wayne is going to commit. He is going to commit with this. And this is going to be a tough hold for Yakov. He has no Ravagers. Roaches are trying to keep up. Wayne forcing micro here with these piles. With the defender's advantage, though, YoungYakov, he can take the fight. Does force Wayne back. Wow, doesn't quite connect. YoungYakov, he's holding. Massing Lings behind this. He's out of gas. Is gas starved. Wayne moving forward. Up. Goes down the wilds. They graze the army. Up. Yeah, they immediately only graze. Nice control here by YoungYakov. Roach speed about to kick in. Oof. Files do connect. But Yakov, he will catch out one of the Ravagers. And he keeps chasing. Oh my god. Calm down. Gets a second Ravager. Better trades here for Yakov. Surprisingly so. But the reason for this is because YoungYakov, he cut workers. He cut workers a little bit earlier. Made more roaches. Does have the supply lead. Yakov, he's up in army supply. Has more roach Ravager pushing forward. Reinforcing with Ling Pain. It does outposition Wayne. Wayne, he's going to be stuck pushing up a ramp. Baileys are moving forward as well. Files, they do not quite connect. Baileys are getting to the middle line. Massive connections. 10 drone kills. That's all he wanted. 10 drones go down. Yakov, he's crazy. Is going to get surrounded, and YoungYakov, he might be cleaned up here. But more reinforcements are on the way. And Yakov, he did enough. Did a massive blow to the economy. Reinforcements have arrived. GG, well played. YoungYakov, he pops off, takes the 4-0, and he is our Fire Grove 4 champion. GG. Oh my god. GG, well played. Fire Grove Cup number 4. This is a monthly tournament, and it was an intense event as well. A 3-day event. We had the group stage, we had the playoff brackets. 3 days here of StarCraft, and YoungYakov looking crazy here in these finals. And fun fact, we almost didn't even have this finals. Remember, we had to delay the semis. YoungYakov, he had no power. He had no electricity. His power went out. He couldn't even play. We waited like an extra 10 minutes. His power came back, and then we played out his semifinals. He played out his series, and he popped off. He was able to take that against Nicorakt. Did actually show a bit of weakness against Nicorakt. Nicorakt did take a game, but here in the finals, this was a dominant showing here. A lot of mind games, a lot of very intensive micro as well. I'm mostly impressed by the bailing control here of YoungYakov in the midst of the Roach fights. Remember, there was that first move out where YoungYakov, he faked a push and he distracted Wayne, and he was able to come in from behind with a couple of bailings. Even there in that final fight, did the same thing where he was engaging with Wayne. He was able to outposition him, got the high ground, and bailings, they were able to slip into that mineral line as well in the middle of the fight. Very impressive. Very impressive stuff there by YoungYakov. GG, well played. He is our champion. Congratulations. Congratulations here. Oh my god. As we head on over and catch up on the event here, on everything that has been going on. Here we go. From the top, this is where it all started. In the group stage, we had Group A and Group B. In Group A, we had Art popping off. Art was the unsung hero of this tournament, not gonna lie. Like, Art, he had a crazy run in the group stage. I was expecting Wayne to come out on top, but no, Wayne, he struggled a little bit more here. We had Art and Strange as 1 and 2, followed by Wayne. Alas, Nickit, Shameless, and Proto Xavier were unable to make it out of the group. Likewise, we had Group B. Group B as well was yesterday. We had YoungYakov coming out on top, undefeated, 10-0. 10-0 here. YoungYakov, he popped off in the group stage. He had a dominant showing, and he almost went undefeated. He almost had a perfect score here in the entire tournament. But in the playoffs, Nicaract, he did make him bleed. He made a god bleed here. YoungYakov, despite the perfect result in the group stage, he did drop game 1 against Nicaract, but that was the only game that YoungYakov lost in the entire tournament. So shout out to Nicaract. Shout out to Nicaract for making him bleed, for taking a game. Of course, we had the 4-0 sweep here in the finals. Crazy, crazy. But Wayne as well, like the Wayne that we saw in the playoffs was the Wayne that we expect to see, right? 2-0 against Replicants, 3-0 against Arts. Like, Wayne, he was looking good, but these ZvZs, there's a lot of mind games, there's a lot of incomplete information as well. Remember, we had Wayne getting all in a couple of times. He tried his own aggression, which did fail as well. Like, a lot of mind games, a lot of hidden play and hidden builds out of YoungYakov, except for this final game, which was more back and forth, right? We had a more standard, micro-intensive final game there. Lingbane versus Lingbane, Roach versus Roach. Even there in a more standard game state, YoungYakov did pop off. Very impressive. I did show the historic results earlier, how historically Wayne has been the better player against YoungYakov, but more recently we had a best of 7 where YoungYakov won 4-2 against Wayne, and even here 4-0. Really impressive stuff. This is also why I was really perplexed when YoungYakov left the Platinum Heroes. If you remember, YoungYakov, he is teamless, and he at the time said that, you know, he had no ill feelings towards Platinum Heroes. He was still looking to be competitive. I think even Platinum Heroes said that he was going on hiatus, but YoungYakov, he's in form. He is in form, definitely. I feel like even a year ago, I would say the best player a year amongst all these players was Wayne, but in recent months, in recent times, over the past 6 months, YoungYakov has been getting better results, has been looking a little bit better than Wayne, which it's been great to see the growth of YoungYakov. Even yesterday, though, you know, he was old. He was old Yakov instead. Depending on which kind of Yakov, just depend on the kind of play we see, I guess, question mark. Regardless, GG. GG, well played. Oh my god. Shout out to MiddleVK, by the way. I should also wind it back a little bit because I know we just jumped into casting. For those that are unaware, for those that do not know, the Firegrow Cup is a monthly tournament. It is open to all players from the CIS region. We do have Ukrainian players compete as well. They did compete last time, not this time, but they have competed in Firegrow Cups in months past. And as I just mentioned, this is a monthly tournament. This is a monthly tournament that MiddleVK has been organizing, has been hosting, and it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work to bring together all these players. Again, to have a group stage with 6 players in each group, it takes a lot of work, takes a lot of effort, so much love here to MiddleVK for organizing, for hosting, for even casting as well. MiddleVK has been spending a lot more time casting as of late, kind of transitioning a little bit away from competing and playing and being a pro player, and more of the content creator side of things. So it has been cool to see that transition from MiddleVK. And yeah, we've been watching Firegrow Cups from afar. This is our first time casting it, and it was a lot of fun. Clearly, it's at a really bad time zone for me. It's 6:20 in the morning, and I said before that at the start of the broadcast, when I was casting Strange versus Nicaract, I'll be honest, I don't know if you noticed, at times you could hear me speaking from far away, because I was waiting for like moments, for like lull periods, and I would get up, and I would do like a squat or two. I would, because I just to keep the blood pumping and just to wake up and be alert. If you remember, I think it was in the middle or towards the end of Strange vs. Nickeract that I stepped away for a little bit. I made some coffee, did make a cup of coffee, and that kicked in the semifinals. That did kick in, and now I'm wide awake, which is maybe not the best thing, because now would be a really good time to sleep. Actually, that would be a really good time to sleep. It's not gonna happen, not anymore. But it's fine. We got some work to do anyway. You know, I can edit these VODs. I can render some more Elite League VODs. There's definitely work to do, so it's all good. I can stay up a little bit longer, and hopefully I can sleep before the next cast. For those that are curious, the next broadcast we do cast on a daily basis. This weekend was intense. We had like 6 events over 2 days. We had a lot of casting this weekend. A lot of casting, a lot of StarCraft. And it continues tomorrow, depending on where you are in the world. Later tonight for me, we're going to be casting the Wardy TV Monday. The Wardy TV Monday is going to be live on this channel. Quickly checking. That is going to be in how long? It's going to be in 16 hours. 16 hours, plenty of time. I have plenty of time to stay up, get some sleep, get some food. So in 16 hours time, we're going to be live with the Wardy TV Monday. That is a weekly open tournament. Because of its time slot, it is actually not a bad time for Europeans. So we get European players, we get Korean players, players like Björn, Hero, Dark, Clem, Max Pax, and so on. They do compete on a regular basis. So if you want to, do tune in to the Wardy TV Monday. Again, that's going to be here on this channel in 16 hours time. I should get plenty of rest before it, hopefully, as long as the coffee doesn't do me wrong. So yeah, I'm gonna be getting some I'm gonna be getting to work, I should say, and editing a bunch of VODs, scheduling a bunch of VODs for YouTube. If you're curious, VODs, rendering them, what for? For YouTube, papi! Exclamation mark YouTube in the chat. If you wish, you can follow us on YouTube as well. We are actually live on both Twitch and YouTube. We do co-stream. We do stream on both platforms at the same time for the most part for most events. So if you wish to, or if you want to, you can check out our YouTube channel. You can watch us there, or you can check out the VODs yourself. Oh. Here we go. You can check out the VODs yourself. We do upload VODs on a daily basis on YouTube, so if you can't watch live, do check out the VOD content. Otherwise, you can also follow us on all the social medias: Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Discord, all things CranKy Ducklings. You can follow us. We do post whenever we go live on each platform. Likewise, you can interact with us via Discord outside of just the game, outside of just casting. Discord is the place to be. Other than that, you can support us on Patreon. You can see here just under YoungYakov's name, we have a Patreon, exclamation mark Patreon in the chat if you wish to support us there. The Patreon does fund all of our tournaments. We do host events on a weekly basis. Actually, this is our second broadcast of the evening. Earlier, we were live with Sparkling Tuna Cup. That is funded by Patreon. It's funded by Patreon. You can help us grow it via Patreon as well. You can see we're so close to our next goal, to 320 USD a month. That will help us boost the prize pool and have a greater pool for our players to compete for and to earn as well. After that, we can then work on hopefully growing the prize pool to allow for top 4 to get paid out. Currently, for our weekly tournaments, we only pay out top 2, but if we can grow the prize pool, we can then pay out top 4 as well. So we can spread the love and support even more players. That's the plan. That's the hope. That is the dream. Oh, so do check us out if you wish. Otherwise, thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching. It was an intense event. It was an intense broadcast. Just catching up in the chat. Wayne got tilted after that 1 HP hatchery. True. Oh my god. I mean, that's how the series started. Jesus. Crazy. Yakov, really impressive here. He was very impressive, especially considering, like, I do think quite highly of YoungYakov, but like traditionally, especially in years past, and I stand by it, Wayne has been the greater player, right? Wayne, he has had the better results, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023. I would say that Wayne is, top 5 Zerg player in Europe, just behind Lambo and the Laser, right? Like, when I think of the Zerg players in Europe, I think of Serral, Raynor, Lambo, a Laser, and then Wayne. I would say Wayne is top 5 Zerg in Europe. At least he was for a long time. But YoungYakov, he's threatening that. He's threatening the placement, the hierarchy of Zerg in Europe. So we'll see. We'll see if this trend continues. This was a good event, and we have seen some better and better results from YoungYakov over the past couple of months. We'll see if he solidifies himself at the top of the European scene. We shall see. Here we go. What country are you in? Australia, Pat. Can't you tell by my accent? Ah, clearly Aussie accent. Mate. Aye. Indeed, ladder of Final Fantasy 14. No shot. Time for ladder. You're all crazy. Mate, you think a sleep-deprived light is gonna enjoy the ladder? No. The smurge would be real. No. Nah, I have to upload Lima League VODs. Gonna be working on VODs. Working on other stuff. It's all good. And maybe getting some breakfast. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. We do appreciate it. The next Fire Cup should be in December. If MinoVK makes it. It's possible that he might skip a month. It's hard to say. I don't know if he plans on, maybe taking a month off for the holidays, spend time with family. Not too sure. But we'll keep you guys updated. We'll keep you guys posted. If there is another Fire Cup in December, then we will be all over it. We'll be casting it here on the CranKy Ducklings. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. Thanks so much for the support. Again, our next broadcast is going to be in 16 hours with the Wardy TV Monday. Otherwise, thank you for watching. Thank you for the support. Is anyone else streaming here tonight? Is anyone else live? If so, we might... Well, obviously, we'll be giving them some love, giving them some support. Who is live at the moment? Let's see. Sal, Uppertree Zelda's live. Cosmos is live casting Amantis. Amantis is StarCraft. You'd love to see it. Hatsu is live. I would not mind rating Hatsu. Hatsu was also adminning the event. And also supporting MinoVK whenever she could. Ome Dave is live. Dave Testa. Who else? Who else is live? Regardless, we'll find someone. We'll find someone to send our love to, send everyone over to. So give them a chance, give them some support, give them a follow if you enjoy their content. Otherwise, we'll see you guys next time. Until then, thanks so much for watching. Hasta luego. Ciao, papi, ciao. Hasta luego. See you in 16 hours.